Get in! We've come to the quietest bar in Liverpool to celebrate the biggest win of the season. It is Ladies' Day at the Grand National today. Town is absolutely heaving. It's absolutely mad. It's absolutely wild. Everyone's out and about, getting bevied. Even more so after what the Reds have just done. There was no way we could film this in motel or anywhere like that. So, you know, like if you watch this regularly, you will watch one where there was literally like a fight in the background once. That was mad. And could have happened if we filmed it in somewhere in town tonight. So we just come to Avenue HQ where the Anfield Wrap office is. They've kindly opened it up for us. So we're doing a post-match pint in here tonight. Not scenes of jubilation, there's only us in here. But nevertheless, we're gonna do it anyway. I've got Lizzie Doyle and I've got Jack O, John O, whatever he wants to be this week. Paul Johnson.
I don't care.
Paul Johnson with me. Yeah, where to start with that? I think where to start is the start. And Lizzie, it was sloppy to start off with from Liverpool. They looked half asleep. They looked like the anxiousness, the stress, the tenseness of this whole situation got to them a little bit at the start.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the first half, their goal shouldn't have went. It just shouldn't have happened. And Liverpool didn't seem to recover really for quite a while from it. And you know, Southampton sort of used the crowd. They had Liverpool a little bit on the back foot, and you know, they put the pressure on Liverpool, and Liverpool's head sort of went a little bit. And I mean, I do think the likes of home advantages do play a part in matches, and you know, you've got, you know, it's a Friday night, the crowd's up for it, and they got a bit wary, but you know what, they only got wary till about 25 minutes, and Southampton looked like they couldn't be arsed. At 25 minutes, they were 1-0 up. There's still 20 minutes to go with the first half, and there was a point where, you know, the ball was going in, you know, our half, and Shane Long wasn't anywhere near it. There was literally, they put every man behind the ball in the first half. So it was at that point, when that started to happen, about 25, after the first couple of minutes, I thought, oh, we are, right, we'll get into this now. And I did think we'd scored before half-time, and, you know, we did.
It came, yeah. I mean, it was a sloppy start, though, wasn't it? And, you know, we just said before, that goal, it's pretty much everything that went wrong. You know, everyone was fucking up on it basically. You know, the cross isn't closed down, the midfield's not tracking the runs.
The runner doesn't go.
Robertson's not in the right place, Van Dijk's not in the right place, and it's just a bit of a nightmare, isn't it?
It is, and I think like Lizzie said, you know, the nerves that we feel now as fans is incredible. And you know, you hope your team don't, and you know, there's probably people who say that they don't, but they did look very nervous in those first 10 minutes, and when we conceded a goal, it was very much like a goal that we don't concede. Now, sometimes, you know, someone will score a goal against you, you think fair play, it was a good big move, a good move there, a good move here, but it wasn't. It was. As Southampton fan will say, oh, we did well, the runner did well, but as Liverpool fans we say, as you said, Rob, there was so many issues that went wrong in that goal, the runner, it's not being tracked. And when we're watching it, where we are in the pub, and you think, come on, Reg, we need to pick it up here. You're 1 down after 10 minutes, etc. You think, you know, what's the response going to be? And the good thing is we did respond. Like you said, Lizzie, it was like almost like we played ourselves into the game. But in fairness to Southampton, I thought they were dangerous. They still played some nice football. It wasn't as if we were behind to a poor team.
They defended well as well, didn't they? I mean, ultimately they conceded 3, but you know, the lads at the back, I get moaning about it.
Yeah,
we're in Everton, wasn't he? And it was just sort of like Liverpool didn't really look like they could. You know, we can obviously get stuck into the defence, and we have a little bit there about the goal you can see, but at the other end, for a while there, it looked like they were struggling to find about how they were going to get through them. So like some of the deliveries from full-back weren't what they normally were. Yeah. There was little chip balls over the top which weren't really working, but they kept trying it. Yeah. And it was a bit like...
It looked like they were forcing it a bit maybe.
There was stuff to worry about, wasn't there? And you know, as Lizzie said though, you know, the Napi's goal comes at the right time and made up for him as well. He looked really pleased at the end there.
Do you know what? We at the end of the day as well, as the ball comes in, the defender does really well. It's one of them where you shout for a penalty because he kind of gets his body between Mo and the ball. He does really well. When it comes back in, when it's there, it's not there really for him to win, but he does really, really well. It comes off the defender, I believe. It's a back. If you watch it again, he adds the heads it, it's the defender's back, which obviously might change the like kind of trajectory of it. But it was a massive goal for him. I'm so pleased for him because He looked, in fact, I thought the midfield for the first 15 were all over the place.
Yeah, it was mad.
And it was crazy. They were just getting at Southampton, were getting at us too easy. And that wasn't, you know, having a go at anyone in particular, because I thought they all did really well in certain times of the game. But they were nowhere at times in the first 15. I thought, what's happening? And you're actually, if Klopp would have made a change after 25, you could have gone, well, you know what, I can see why. He didn't, but I thought Gini was quiet, which was strange for him. But getting that goal, like you said there, Robert, was huge, and I'm made up for Naby. I'm made up because I think the question mark, would he have been played tonight if Lallana was fit? We don't know. Obviously, Klopp's seen something in training, but so pleased for him, so pleased.
There was something Klopp said the other day, Lizzie, about if Liverpool do this, and obviously we hope they do, and there's only 5 games left now, and the next ones in the Premier League could be massive. Obviously, we've got Chelsea at home. They're away to Crystal Palace, which actually looks difficult rather than the cakewalks they've had recently. Klopp said, though, that if Liverpool eventually do it, if they do it this season, he said it would be a championship of will. And that's another one of them, isn't it, tonight, I think, because, you know, you bring Milner on, you bring Henderson on, and it was just their will, especially Henderson in particular. You know, it was written all over his face that he was absolutely determined to influence that match, and he sets up Mo, scores one himself, and he's absolutely delighted at the end. And I actually think you're not human if you're not made up for him. Because I know there's loads of people who don't like him, don't rate him, don't think he's good enough, constantly talk about all the things that he can't do. But that's what he's bringing to Liverpool, though, what he did tonight.
Oh, no, and I'm absolutely over the moon for Henderson myself. I think what tonight shows, and you know, the latter stage of the season sort of so far is how brilliant Klopp's game management is. And you know, that starting 11, a lot of people would have argued before, I don't know, but we knew really what Naby Keita was about, that could have been our strongest 11 bar Matip. So I was really curious to see how they worked, and then when it sort of wasn't working out, when we needed a change, and when he brought Henderson and Milner on, like I said to you, I in the pub, I was like, hold on a sec, like what's that all about? Because in my head he was taking off Keita and Gini. Now I thought Gini should have gone off, but I was thinking I think Keita's still in the game here, and then he takes Alexander-Arnold off, which I think was a smart move as well. And bringing those two heads on at that time with their experience, Henderson hungry, but also knowing where to take the game, his energy, by the way he ran, he was a credit tonight, and he changed the game. He made those 2 goals happen, and he basically won us the 3 points. And like you said, if you're not made up for Henderson, then, you know, piss off. Just because it's the look on his face when he scored, like the sheer relief. That wasn't just the relief of a man with an ego who wanted to score for the sake of himself. That was a man who wanted to come on and prove his worth as Liverpool captain. And you know what he did tonight? And, you know, here's to you, Jordan.
Henderson.
Klopp loves you more than you now.
It's fucking right. It's right. I mean, it did change it, those two coming on, didn't it? I mean, there was a part of me that was, you know, when I was watching the first half and when I was watching Southampton causing us problems, and I was a bit annoyed because I just thought we were a bit meek, a bit sort of 100%. Like, you know, Matip, for instance, like, he's getting fucking bullied by Shane Long, and it's like, lad, you're massive, you're a big centre-half, impose yourself on the game.
And again, we were sat in a pub, and a lot of it sometimes you starting position, you get your starting position, you get your base, and you go, okay, so I've got the flight of the ball, and I know what I'm going to do. I say I was a centre-half, as you know, but he was getting so much bullied by say, Shane Long, who, you know what, we give him some credit, but you're thinking, come on, because if you win that first header, as Van Dijk does so many times in your earlier battle, then any attack is nullified. But he was losing it, and that was then allowing their runners to come into it. And we were the same. He's 6'5". And you know what? We've got to give him credit, because Conway started the season unbelievably. But when Matip's come in, he's done great. We're not going to obviously, you know, slag him off. But tonight,
he got a great tackle later on.
He did. He made a great block. We went out for the corner, but it was just he seemed to be getting bullied. And at that point in the time, we were like, lads, we're in for a fight here. We're 1 down. We're at Southampton. Let's give them credit. They're a decent team. Hassan, whatever his name is, has got them playing well. We've got a battle here. And there was times there where he didn't seem like he was up for it. I thought second half he played better. Yeah, he played better. But going back to the substitutions, listen, we can have debates all day long about Henderson, etc. And the people out there don't like him, people who do. I think tonight was really clear what he brings. The midfield and the formation didn't seem right without him. Fabinho, although he was a great player, when Henderson came on, he looked better because of Henderson being on. And there was a fella in the pub next to me, he said, lad, I don't like Henderson, but I want to turn around and say he did great tonight. And I said, exactly, he said, and that's what we've got to embrace at the end of the day. We've got a squad there, not everyone's going to love all of them, but I think when he comes on, and for me, it showed what it means to him. That the celebration, then when he's hung up at the end, it was fantastic. And I think that the substitutions were the right ones, and it changed the game.
Sorry, Gareth, I think the problem with the Henderson shows at the minute is people think of the Henderson in that midfield three that everyone slags off. They don't think of that Henderson that come on tonight. They don't think of Henderson with Fabinho. They think of the Henderson with the Gini Wijnaldum and the James Milner, who were very similar. Yeah. But he gets the most stick from all three of them, and it's not fair on him.
And on Sunday, it was the right call to bring him off. You know, obviously, Klopp was off against Tottenham, and obviously we changed it. So, like every game and every situation you're in, there's always going to be, you know, a host of courses, people who might play well. I thought tonight just showed what his worth is. He kind of lifted the tempo of the players when he came on, and he allowed other players then to become more influential, which is huge as well. And when he scores that goal, I take off. Literally, I'm on a stool like this, and I take off. I don't know where I'm running, but I end up taking off. And then I turn around, Ben John jumping on me.
Down Church Street and
everything. Well, not as really on Hannah, obviously, but it was just, and when you see his celebration, I think that's where myself as a Liverpool fan, I think as all Liverpool fans, you can't help but
doesn't beat our celebration with Rupert Murdoch, though, does it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but absolute ringer for him in the boozer. He was a bit mad. And our cameraman had an interesting experience with his sick breath. Listen, there's a load of the Anfield Wrap crew down at Southampton tonight. They've all gone down there, they're all staying over there. They've sent a little bit video over, so we're going to show you that now, and then we're just going to come back and do one little bit more, because we've got to talk about Mo.
They've done it again! Get in! Liverpool have beaten Southampton 3-1 at St Mary's, absolutely fucking bedlam in the away end. They've come from 1-0 down. They were absolutely crap for about 60 minutes. And then Jordan Henderson and James Milner came on and decided they were the best players in the country and they were going to change it. And Liverpool are going absolutely nowhere. Again, Man City thought it at Fulham. They thought it at the Tottenham game at the weekend. They thought it tonight. They thought this was the one where Liverpool stopped. This is the one where Liverpool lost it. This is the one where they dropped the points and the title challenge was over. And after 60 minutes tonight, Liverpool went, fuck off, we're going nowhere. Mohamed Salah's goal is incredible. It's one of my favourite goals ever already. The whole away end is screaming at him to pass it. For about 10 minutes, it takes forever for him to run and get into the area. Everyone's shouting, pass it to anyone. And he goes, it's all right, I'm going to box it myself, I'm going to pop it in the corner. Like it's the easiest thing in the world. And honest to God, the celebrations in this away end when the second and third went in, it was incredible. I've lived very few moments like that in my entire life. What a group of human beings this Liverpool squad is, mate. Absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. Liverpool are going nowhere. If you think Liverpool aren't winning this title, then I don't know what the fuck is making you think that. Because Liverpool aren't a lucky team. Liverpool aren't a team that's second best to Manchester City. Liverpool are a team that's forcing all of our dreams into reality right now. Subscribe to the Anfield Wrap if you don't already. Have an absolutely berserk Friday night after that. All the best and up the rest.
Get it! Nice one to the boys down in Southampton there. I wish I was there, I've got to be honest. I wish I was in that end.
There's a pop world in Southampton, by the way, if anyone doesn't know. There's a pop world in Southampton.
Oh, they'll be in
there. I tell you where they are all going tonight and where they're going to be till 6 in the morning.
100% they're in there. I hope someone's noticing that I'm not going to any aways to do this all the time. You know what I mean? Someone at some point should be saying thanks to me. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you. But anyway, Mo, fucking yes, Mo. He doesn't have a good night, does he?
No.
I mean, we were both saying there at the end, like Sky give him man of the match, and look, he might give him man of the match because he scored a really crucial goal. But first half, he couldn't trap a bag of sand.
I thought he was shite. Thought he was crap first half.
He was getting some rough treatment though.
No, he was.
Which is not new.
Their game plan was just literally stay on Salah winning, and that's all it was. And you know, there's only so much you can do when, you know, Southampton, like a big side as well. They were dead physical with him. I think it was quite hard lines really for him, and he was really trying. The thing is, it's hard to sort of criticise Mo, because when he doesn't have a good game as such, or like a good first half in this instance, it's never for, he never doesn't try. He always tries.
Share, does he?
But, you know, that's a problem for me. And one of the things that frustrates me the most with Salah is his confidence on his right. So him going down, you know, the right wing, the right side, he cuts in sometimes, and it wastes chances, and that seemed to be happening quite a lot. And then Southampton were just booting it away, and that seemed to be what was happening first half. But that second half, even up to a certain point, I was thinking, I think there's a goal, but I don't think it's coming from Mo. We even said, like, oh God, Salah's not playing too well here, but you can't really substitute him for Divock Origi, can you? But I was thinking, get Divock on somewhere, maybe take Keita off, stick Divock on left, Firmino a little bit further back like before. And then he comes up with that. And by the way, when he's through on goal, I know he's Mo Salah, but I'm screaming, give it to Bobby, give it to Bobby. The angle was getting smaller and smaller, and Mo's going, no, I've got this, it's fine.
Yeah.
And it was an unbelievable finish. I made up for him, and you know, with celebration and everything like that. It's what we wanted to see from Salah, and let's hope he just kicks on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Fastest Liverpool player to 50 goals,
it's
finally.
Incredible.
Finally.
And you know, when that stat came up on the TV, it was like, you have to take a deep breath. You look at the players who were underneath them, and you think, it's amazing.
Suarez,
Torres,
Fowler, Rush.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you know what, I think he's wanted that monkey off his back, and we're just so pleased for him to score the goal. It was funny, as you say, Lizzie, because everyone's got, I'm going, pass it, give it to Bobby, give it to Bobby. And at first I thought it was a deflection.
Yeah,
because
me too.
But he got some kind of a loop on the ball, but it was
right
fast.
in the corner.
And I think now, like you said, I hope he kicks on in terms of his goals, because I still think, as you say there, Lizzie, although he's not been the most out of last season, he's still been contributing. The Watford game, didn't score at home, but he was unbelievable.
I think his game's changed since last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and
he's
you know,
more hungry for
probably
it.
He's probably got more, you know, two defenders on him more than last season. But in terms of his goal scoring, I think that might just give him that little confidence boost to go, you know what, 5 games to go, all right, let me score 10, and that'll do us.
Listen, big week ahead, a big week of looking at the Premier League table with Liverpool at the top of it. Does that get into Manchester City's head at some point? Let's fucking hope so. They're playing in the FA Cup, so they can't do nothing about it. This weekend, they can try and do something about it next weekend, but you think Palace will at very least keep them honest. So, you know, for the first time in my life, I'm going to be cheering fucking Roy Hodgson on. Come on, you old swat. But that's been the post-match pint from Avenue HQ's very, very quiet bar. We may well go and find somewhere a bit more lively now, and I hope you're having a boss night. Up the fucking Reds, that's been the post-match pint. Get in!
Get in, Redmen!